Pull them belts tight one last time, boys. Light the fires. Showtime.
And the 65th Daytona 500 is underway.
Five and 22 are connected better to the bottom. Right with you out back. Still in line. 5 and 22 are connected. Right with you. Right with you. Your run will come back. There's a 1 gap behind the 22. They're released down there, still half off of you. Half your lane. Your help is clear of the bottom, still half your lane. Bottom coming back by 2 to the, with a run 1 back, you're still clear down.
Alex Bowman spotter Kevin Hamlin doing air traffic control as they come to near 200 miles an hour, completing lap 1. Led by Kyle Larson.
I'm seeing these Fords are waving. Them hands are waving. The Fords are coming, I'd say. Watch for all these Fords to try to find each other and peel off. What do the rest of them do?
Remember, execution and no mistakes. That's a big key.
The Fords fan out below the double yellow line.
Logano, huge. Look at that. Past his teammate Austin Cindric.
Noah Gregson's car did not have the lights on the dash properly timed to pit road speed. He was noticeably slower down pit road than the rest of that group.
Well, I could tell you why, because he was noticeably faster coming on. Watch him over here. Here he comes. Makes a big move. Cuts a couple of them off. Going extremely fast.
Crash down the front straightaway heading for pit road. Around goes the Rick Ware Racing number 15 of rookie Riley Herbst. Not a crash, just a spin, and we stay green because he gets safely to pit road.
Still green, very important.
Josh.
And the 20 of Christopher Bell has led a lot of laps. He's been really happy with his car so far.
Uh-oh, Bubba Wallace on pit road.
Dropped to the back of the pack coming off turn number 4.
Yeah, some trouble for the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Had moved to that top line to get from behind the 14, who he said was unsteady. Well, once he moved to the top line, he got hit into the fence and had to come pit, guys.
Right side damage to Bubba Wallace. They'll put 2 tires on it. Send it back out. He was running second and completes the stop.
Need to make sure that didn't bend a toe link in the rear. Hit pretty hard. There it is.
There was the bump for Martin Truex.
Turned him right into the wall. Yep. You see the 3 Toyotas pull up, and there's the 2. There is the 2 lap cars I told you. That was going to be the opportunity that would separate those leaders, make them make a move. Keselowski was spot on with that move. Like it.
Wow. First air just screwed the bottom lane big time.
It'll be 3 wide. Here we go, Tony.
Don't understand what A.J. Allmendinger's doing there. I don't know why you'd move intentionally to the middle of the track when you got too wide of traffic.
Because that one right there is the lucky dog. The 23 Bubba Wallace that had to pit. That's a battle for the lucky dog. That was a smart move, bold move, but that's what he's racing.
Bubba Wallace and Zane Smith trying to be the first car 1 lap down and get waved back around to the lead lap on the caution. Truex by inches over Keselowski. 1 more lap to the end of stage 1.
I like that move. Brad Keselowski timed those lappers perfect.
And the top lane is boxed in, held up there by Martin Truex.
Yeah, they got stacked up. When you get stacked up like that, everybody, you know, is forced to hit the brakes, and it just accordions. And look at the damage done.
Coming to the caution flag, Brad Keselowski, part owner now of Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. He won a dual race here a year ago in the team's new debut, and he's going to win stage 1 as they come to the line and beat Ryan Preece by a car length. First stage win for Keselowski in the Daytona 500, and what a power move by Preece right at the flag. Anytime in that green zone, he can hit the gas and accelerate, and the starter will wave the green flag. The rest of the field gets to react.
Important to note, It's longer this year. They've added about 50% of that restart zone. I think you're going to see some more craftsmanship, some gamesmanship, if you will, with these guys. I like that move. I didn't like it was almost too short. You would get in there, and when you took off, those guys would be rolling to you, and you would roll on past it. So that craftsmanship there, I like that gamesmanship. You got to be able to jump that guy. That needs to be the leader's advantage.
It was added 25% on the front and added 25% on the back. So it does, and that's exactly what was happening, Clint. The guy that was the control car was holding a steady pace. The guys on the outside were rolling it because the zone was so short that they got really good at timing it. With a longer restart zone, makes it much more difficult for that outside car to time the restart.
Absolutely. Like that rule change.
But where we need to watch is this 45 car and the 4 car on the outside. A little bit of gap here. Kevin closes in, contact with the 45. That's what also catches the 12.
And then it's on.
Yeah, it didn't take much. It looked like Tyler was having trouble holding on to it, and as soon as that 4 got back to his bumper in the corner, it just unfortunately turned him right into the 12.
Let's listen to Harvick here.
I just got it in the wrong spot of the corner there. I don't know if I actually even touched him, but just came out from underneath him.
Ready for the restart. Logano's Ford, Truex's Toyota on the front row. Chastain and Bowman in Chevys. Stenhouse and Allmendinger in Chevys. Bell's Toyota and Cindric's Ford. Then Hamlin and Byron, the top 10, as we race to the end of stage 2.
Clear 2 ahead of both lanes, off you by half. Even top and bottom right there.
Truex in the 19 threw one shot in the backstretch. He hit Logano, who hit Chastain, and that's the difference. To the flag to end stage 2, 3 wide, the 6th row back, and it's
5.
Chastain by less than a foot.
Well, let me tell you, I told old Pitbull I'd go for it if he is there. He's there. Ross off the wall, off the chain, Chastain. How about that?
25% longer at each end than it was last year. And we're back to green for stage 3.
So by 1.5. Come back bottom if you want to stall. Come back to the top. So 2 back to the top. 1 back and have a shove up top. 1 back.
Oh,
they're wrecking.
Big wreck.
That's a product of catching those cars. Everybody's on a little bit different.
A pileup in turn 1 with 18 laps to go. Michael McDowell, Ryan Preece, Martin Truex among those involved. Kevin Harvick with damage to the right front. And Preece had such a great Daytona 500 going, and it's gone. This will be the 5th caution flag of the day. 3 for cause plus the 2 stage breaks. And the 2nd multi-car pileup of this Daytona 500. To settle it, on the lead lap, 11 Fords, 13 Chevys, and 6 Toyotas. Here we go.
Oh no, Harrison was going to try to get down. Is Logano going to let him? Logano got a pretty good start with him. They were door to door. He does not get down in front of his Ford teammate, Logano.
Now
Pushing in half. Pushing in half.
I don't necessarily think that was by design. I think he was trying to get a jump on Logano and get down in front of him. Did not accomplish that.
In a Wood Brothers owned car prepared at the Team Penske shops. So you can pretty much call that a 4-car Penske group, but not operating as teammates right here. Too close to the finish. Your friends are where you find them.
Well, it's like Joey Logano said. He's friends with him in the bus lot. Once he gets that helmet on, not a friend anymore.
It's time. 12 to go. The Daytona 500's on the line. Get them on their feet. Joey Logano did not like that. Harrison Burton completely sideways. Huge save.
And he put Kyle Busch in the wall. Not intentionally. Just ran out of room there.
That was a hard shot by Kyle Busch.
And who's coming back to the front? Keselowski and Chris Buescher.
No. We're talking about
That
the
8 ball, and here he comes.
They're moving back there. Outside Chris. Go back and get Chris to you. Get Chris to you. They're hanging Chris here. He's 3 off you, 2 off you, 2 off.
3 Chevys to the outside with William Byron, the 2 Childress cars.
The strength's going to be in numbers. Those Chevys going to go to the outside, but look at these Fords stack up behind where they go. Logano does not go with the Ford. Stays on the outside with the momentum. Did not see that coming. Neither did Brad Keselowski.
And Keselowski goes from being the leader to 6th, just like that.
I've always said this. I think you have to lead at the white flag, because if that caution comes out, you're done. The race is over. There's a caution.
Suarez around. Off turn 4. Caution waves.
Out. Come straight to us here. Right side.
Well, that changes everything.
Sure does.
Pace car is in. 2 laps to settle the 65th Daytona 500. Kyle Busch takes off. Austin Dillon lets him into the inside. Logano comes up to cover on the outside.
It's going to take them a while to get connected here.
Outside bumper. Your top is clear. Your top is clear. 3 is not. 1 back. 2 by 2.
Everybody on the outside pushing 7 rows back. Links in the chain.
If you're Logano, you're not exactly in good company either. 2 Chevrolets behind you. Getting stacked up on the inside. Not at all. Here comes Stenhouse. Big shove by Larson.
And around goes the 3. Crash in turn 3.
That fast. Unbelievable.
And that will decimate roughly half the remaining field. Here we go. One more try at overtime.
Is off of him slightly. Just staying with that 22.
I don't like his bottom line already. Look how far off AJ Allmendinger is off of Bell. That's not good for those guys. Bowman on the outside getting a big push by Bubba. That's where all this energy is going to come from, back here. The move's going to be made on the front, but it's going to be because of what they see in the rearview mirror. Here comes the 8. These guys are in trouble on the bottom. Here comes Bubba. Here comes a little bit of help, but they're going to need more than this, just those 2.
Bowman drops to the inside. His teammate Kyle Larson is the first car on the inside.
Now that energy's all broke up now. Now we're going to see the cars coming from behind.
Where's he going to go? They're both going to get to him pretty hard, pretty quick.
All right, Stenhouse gets the white flag. The next flag ends it. 3 wide.
Well, good. You got the help.
Larson tried to go to the middle. Oh, he got turned.
Larson Pastrana in the fence. We are
Keselowski's
still
out.
green. No, the caution is out. And we'll wait for official word on whether Ricky Stenhouse or Joey Logano has won the Daytona 500.
Come to the checker first, baby.
Christopher Bell in the mix. Those 3 cars out in front of the crash.
Slow down.
They'll have to cross the line, but one of them
locked in.
will win the Daytona 500.
What is Bell doing here? Oh.
On the track, caution and checker.
Chevy, Ford, Stenhouse, Logano. Here is how this will be decided. It is not the flag. It is not the caution lights. It is NASCAR's decision as to where those 2 cars were when the button was pushed to activate the caution, and Ricky Stenhouse has won the Daytona 500.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Daytona 500 winner.